Hi everyone, and today, Geeky here, and today I'm going to be going over two new updates. The first one, which I'm wanting you guys to know right now, is we have a new ancient breed. They're called the Banescale. They are a fire originating ancient. A tragic defeat was not what it says here is a tragic defeat was not enough to eradicate the fierce and formidable Banescale, the ancient forward warriors of the Flamecaller. A mighty sacrifice buried deep and forgotten by history has paid off. A new dragon breed arises. We are excited to announce the new addition to our ancient breeds system. The Banescale has now been launched. Ancient breeds are a way to release more regular dragon content with a few restrictions to make that possible. You can read about the ancient breed system in our developer update on the subject. Banescale, the long-forgotten battle between the Flamecaller and Iceborne. The mighty Banescale paid a devastating price for their aggressive siege on the southern icefield, which in the ancient area had been extending its enormous landmass to threaten the continent. Thought to be eradicated, they were long forgotten until recent events resurrected their final clutch. Their babies are so cute, but they're wyverns for the most part. Banescales rejoined dragonkind through their young hatched from the nurturing warmth of new lava flows created during the event of Bounty of the Elements. You read more about the revival of the Banescale in our short story Born in Fire and Flame, and gain some knowledge on their characteristics via the encyclopedia. I'd suggest you read both of these on your own time because I don't want to give spoilers, but this breed has, and I know I'm basically like, it's sad. Okay, our culture, what makes us us, our ancestors, the way we grew up, everything. This breed doesn't have that at all because of the sacrifice their parent, the revived clutch, did. And it's like, on one hand, this gives you so many lore potentials, but on the other, it just you don't have, it's like, imagine having nothing of your culture, of your family history, any of it, the history, you know nothing of it, and coming back from it. To celebrate but going back to it, to celebrate the debut of the Banescale breed, all active players can, at this moment, visit Galore's Glorious Gifts and pick up 2 free clan-born unhatched Banescale eggs to welcome the long-hidden creatures into their lairs. You have until Monday, December 16th, 10:30 server time to claim your gifts. It is now the 12th. Okay, if you are looking to change more of your dragons into Banescale, breed change scrolls are overstocking in the treasure market for the next week, and at regular amounts thereafter. Okay, this is the female. And they're showing some of the unique genes for it. Like, if I remember correctly, these are treasure, these are treasure, these are treasure. So Caravan and Arrow. Treasure, I'm going to say Gem. Okay. Baldwin's Brew. Battling monsters in the Coliseum. You can actually swap this. And then these are all the parallel genes. Right now, out of the two, I like this breed the most off of the Galores. Alright. Second thing I want to bring up in this little update is the Frigid Expedition is starting, which you can get these via fighting or during fishing, and the Winter Sphinx is here. Look at it. It looks pissed. Night of the Nocturne will happen December 22nd through the 5th. But for those who want to get their gifts, it's in the trading post, and you go here. There will also be a little note here for those who might want to know. My Ancients, I think she's going to be the only Galore I have, because I'm going to be changing all of these to their ancient breeds once they release. So I'm going to breed change him into one, and I believe, and this is what I came up with using his colors. Don't fight me, just don't on it. And there's a reason why he has the genes. Murdovic is one of my clam-born eggs that I got. This is his gene plan. And here's the other one that came from my hatched egg. Again, this is his gene plan. The others I have snatched off of the auction house. Now, let's look to see if I can show you any Banescale. Trust me, I was waiting a while to do this because when it first started, this was hell. Honestly. Treasure only. Let's see how much they are now. Pink. Denim. But yeah, they're here. Just I'm buying that one. And Orca and don't tube. Cinnamon Honey Aqua. But yeah, you can still get them. At the beginning, I kept on getting like the ones I was trying to buy, I kept on losing. Tan dust. Let's see what I would get if I did this. And arcane. Still have no. It's there. Bronze, turquoise, and emerald is this one. And I'm just picturing gemstones. Like, honestly, I'm just picturing gemstones. So, are you a male or female? Female. Scrying workshop, shall we? Ooh. And arrow? Tear. See what tear does. And advance. Nah. Fledgery. See what that looks like as a hatchling. Ooh, not bad. Plumage. It just turned into a parrot. Skeletal. Yeah. Termites. Nah. I think I'll go with Fletchery on this one. But guys, make sure you pick up your 2 eggs. And if you want more, get them. Right now, they're very easy to get. And let's see here. Marketplace. Before I forget, let's see if I can get the familiars of them I want. Wait, what? Right on rolled over to the 21st. Alright. But the frigid expedition is going today. And during that time, I am training Siza. I don't know if I'm going to add any of the ancients to my pretty much non-existent subspecies. I just don't know right now. I might think about it after more have been released. But right now, I think I'm going to do, if I did do each one, I would probably make them a lot more stringent with the genes. I don't know why I did that. Honestly, I don't know. I'm making a lot of freaking mistakes, if you haven't noticed. And that's how we get everyone back on track mostly. But the little boost is very much appreciated when it comes to training. So this would be a very good time to train your dragons, because it gives you a 50% more. Also, the new breed, they are a scratch breed. My mom plays this game too, which had her making fun of me because when I talk and I'm not doing anything with my hands, I make motions. And the motion I did when she asked me what type of energy stones, each breed had their own stone. Honestly, the hardest to train would be snappers and I believe Galores for their energy stones. But yeah, you get more fish from it. I haven't gotten any of the beavers this time around, but if you don't get them, it's not really that big of a deal. in the fact that this is the only time you can get them. You can also get them via rarely during fishing throughout the years, like throughout the year. Any other time, this is the only time they'll drop via the Coliseum. And with that, we are doing a full-blown eliminated assault. I don't like these. I don't. Once I can get him to level 24, I'll stop doing this, and I will show you the other ones that I sniped off, along with a new, very nice speech. But there are times, like with the new update, where it's like, yes, I am going to focus and I will purge everything that's not Fire Emblem related from my lair, and won't deal with my hatchery. Or it's like, I will make everything in my main dragon lair, and then Flight Raising comes around and goes, hey, we have this new breed. And it's like, I read into it because it's like, oh, I could make this into a new, some of my characters might fit into them personality-wise. But then it's like, I read the thing and it's like, oh my god, there's so many lore ideas that it's like, shit. To the point where it's like, I don't know if I need, it's like, how would I incorporate it? How would I incorporate it? And since I'm also doing this, I'm through and other are now when it comes to Night of the Nocturne, I'm not going to be hatching any of their eggs from this route. Mainly because I have too many Gen 1 projects, and for me, just storing the nocturnal eggs is an easier way to go about this than oh look, I got a multi-mortoad. It's like I got a boss familiar, and it's like I don't even care. Another thing you'll notice is you get to the library, you put game database, and you can look up items, including food, material, apparel, familiars, battlestones, skins, specialty items, and more. This includes user-made skins. The monsters that can be defeated to earn experience points, and most monsters are encountered in groups. And via this, you can look at it depending on where they come from, what element they are. I wish you could go through and figure out where things drop. Let's go to the Battlestone. Let's look up that. Apply. And you get the cleaning elixir and eliminate. This is a 6-star rarity. I'm favoriting this in the game database. And it drops by monster loot. Now, if you notice, all of the monsters here, if you look at them, are neutral. I wonder. Let's see here. Let's look at the Mar. Now, if you know what to look for, the Shellen and the sophomore Pollard are in the Mar, so yes, you can get them via that way. And this would help you figure out where to train in the lake. Used for battles. Is you occasionally it's also used. It's one of the most wanted battlestones, but this item may be occasionally be requested for a trade in Crim's collection cart. Don't do it, by the way. And the comments on this is there was a severe shortage of this item, and it also gives you have the ability to read other people's comments on it to help. There was a severe shortage of this item until some rebalancing of item drops was implemented, since it's the single most important stone for most farming and training Coliseum builds, but then drop in the Mar, the most popular venue for training dragons to exalt. Okay. And this is just a way to do this. Oh wow. For farming purposes, a eliminate can drop from the first 4 in the things can't drop. I need to tell this person thank you. Sock Monkey Gerald, thank you for doing this. Gutlight Rounds is your best area if you're wanting to train. Me, I'm going for the Mar. but honestly, that. But what I'm wanting is Molten Wartoad. Oh, cool. But as you can see, they'll tell you what they're strong and weak against. Okay. Let's see here. Molten Wartoad. It's used for 4 things. Let's see. Okay, so it's not used for anything else. Like, they'll tell you, so you can just quickly look it up. I like the fact that they've done this. Alright? But that's just me. Oh, you. Another thing I would like to point out with this update is YouTube. It's changing as we know it. I will be uploading I will start uploading my backlog of what I put on Geeky Dragon onto my Tumblr, which is called Geeky Dragon YT. I might change it later, and yeah, still right now. I mean, Sizo is. Eventually, I will get back on track when it comes to my Fire Emblem Dragons in the lore I wanted to come up with for them. But that today is not today. Also, neat thing. Look up items, specialty, cohort, category, specialty items. No, they would be in other, wouldn't they? Dragon eggs. You look here. Clambone, unhatched, Banescale, dragon eggs. I love these. It's like you can click on this. But yeah, so if you're wanting something to put on your, like, in your bios, you can just go there and find it. I might do a mashup of Fire Emblem and Flight Rising because I think that's the only way my mind will actually let me do something. But while I'm in my little mind crisis, let's talk. Tumblr is. I like it better than Twitter. Alright? Honestly, I like it better than Twitter. but it's also in its own bubble, and it's just pros and cons on everything, right? Oh, wow! And they even give you the item thing to put in your... Okay. I wonder what that looks like. Copy. And let's put it on... I'm not selling. Okay. So that's what it does. Nice to know. Okay. But again, get your two unhatched dragon eggs. That way you can get them. They're random. I have a lot of females, don't I? 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 females and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 females. Okay. Fair enough. I might be taking these 2 out to send over to breed to various others, but the question of it is earth or light? And yes, I did find my other ones, which, by the way, I am going to turn these 2 into Galores. And they will be my Hufflepuff dragons. Breeding pair. Let's see here. On a not so good note, let's talk about Kappa and YouTube. Yeah, I think Kappa is trying to save the privacy of kids 13 and under. California is also doing a law to where you can, to where if you have anyone from California, you have to give them a way to opt out of being tracked. Sorry, I'm meaning their info from being breached. But it does. Now, the codals talk via humming. Now, I don't know if they talk via humming. Medium-sized ancient species of dragon, they are covered in glossy, interlocking scales. Okay. Sometimes a scale plate will damage and fall out during the course of a Banescale journeys. You know, I told you to read this on your own time, but fuck it, I'm reading it to you. Frank Overview. Banescales are reawakened ancient breeds who originated by the Black Sand Annex. They have re-emerged from the ashes of a sealed chamber that contained the last known clutches of the species. Ah, okay. They insect, seafood, and meat. Which is funny because when it comes to the corals, they eat nothing but seafood, and I believe one of the creators or artists, like one of the big guys who have, I don't know if they're mods or flight racing people openly said they hand cannon that the fire I believe it's called the flame color. The flame color made the turtles eat nothing but seafood out of spite because of the Tide Lord, and I find that funny. And this just proved that she was wanting back then. The flame color just wanted like the clothes may have been out of spite, but these were meant to survive and adapt as quickly as possible. Let's see. Interlocking scales. Sometimes a scale plate will take damage or fall out over the course of a Banescale journeys, but barring claustrophobic wounds, these scales are typically replaced after a couple of sheds. They boast an impressive fanned wingspan that complements their powerful legs and tails. Banescale's lack of forelegs are of other species lack the forelegs of other species, and modern Banescale do not participate in the crafting of weapons and armors that their ancestors so treasured. Social. While the first generations of the new Banescale had the last songs of their ancestors to guide them, most of the giants have had to adapt the traditions of other species. It is common for Banescales to latch onto groups of Coatl in particular, and have grown an affinity for song and bright colors to the amazement or horror that confounds the faculty to empathy. The reflection terror combined with amazement, dismay of their feathered brethren. Banescale have migrated far and quickly as possible to establish a number of new clans and spread their number across Thornton. In ancient times, Banescale would return to a central nursery deep in the Blackside Annex to raise their young before returning to their clan. However, modern-day Banescale eschew this location, and parents keep their clutches with them at all times. They avoid creating large layers and prefer to break off into new clans after their colonies exceed a dozen breeding periods. Layers are utilitarian, practical and functional, not just for show, and abandoned after each season, leaving rough tunneled complexes behind. Frequently, flora and fauna of the region will overtake and proliferate these abandoned warrens. Powerful aerial combatants, Banescale preferred to engage with their enemies in the air, using their powerful tongue to grapple and crush their foes. When they must engaging targets on the ground, breath weapons and hit-and-run tactics are their favorite methods of dispatching the enemy. Again, you guys have until the 16th. Alright, that's 3 more days. Okay. Some of us are looking forward to for them to update the map, because they just mentioned an area in their little story that we might want to see and get the info of. Right now, my mom likes marble, which is the primary color here. I like terror a lot. Wrath and terror are my go-tos. For some odd reason? No, it wouldn't be odd. Let me try something. Because I want to know. Because I know I want to breed these two to get a golder out of a male golder because of a skin. But let's see here. What does marble do? Okay, how about Kevin? Dragged. Interesting, but not what I would want. Image? That does something. So we did not Corbin, but Ragged and let's see here too. Like flutter it. Skeletal. That might. And fans? Nope. Doesn't help. Squid. That to Yeah. Well, with Galore, I can do mosaic, facet, and shard break. But what I was thinking about doing is vein with that to give it some subtlety. Let's go to the we get petals and tear. Fans were I don't like this because Sky Dancer, if you do a glimmer, it's let's see if I can get Banescale. Tear. Plumage doesn't help at school. No, it wouldn't. Careful. See? And let's do pleasure. You see that? I can work with. Not wind. Maybe fire. Common. Rare. Primal. See what a multi-gaze looks like on these suckers. Okay. Skeletal. Yeah, that just makes me want to make my Grimna, my one evil dragon into this. Not going to lie. Let's see here. Let's add a lace. But I think I'll make that one a fire nest when I have the time. But yeah, guys, remember to pick up your eggs. I have hoped you liked this rambly thing. So, have a good night, everyone.